Yeah, recording. Well, I'm back. No, it's been a while. Back last time was when I made my first bus trip. And today I'm taking my third bus trip, actually. Day before yesterday I took one. And I went to the drugstore, got a card, and came back. And that was that. I wasn't nervous, not at all, at the time. In fact, it really didn't feel like all that much of a challenge at all. I felt good about it when I was done. I did feel like I had accomplished something, but it just really didn't seem like it was all that much of a challenge to me. So I decided I needed to take it up a notch. So today I'm going to go into the bank and make a deposit, which is something that in the past I've always had to either have somebody else do for me, or I would get driven to the bank and then go to the drive-through and just not ever go in the bank. It's been years since I've been inside a bank. So I'm going to get that done and then take the bus back home. So that'll be one more step towards independence, something that I always have to depend on somebody else if I need to get it done, and now I'll be able to do it myself whenever I want. It really does feel like I'm not even sure I can call myself agoraphobic anymore. I'm not seeming to have that much problem going outside. And I mean, going outside was never my problem, just being around people, but there's my cabin up there. I still get the feeling that people are watching me, but it's not as unnerving. I don't get the feeling so much that I'm being judged harshly. I'm still on guard, kind of in an alert status, I guess, when I'm out in public. But as far as nervousness or anxiety, I didn't have any the whole trip, the day before yesterday. No panic attack. I haven't had a panic attack since this winter. That's another positive thing. I've had near panic attacks. I've had ones start to kick off, but I was always able to stop it. So far, anyway. I think I stumbled upon a trick for that, for stopping my panic attacks, and so far it's worked like a charm every time. I guess it was about a few weeks after I had started making videos, I decided I wanted to film one of my panic attacks if I had another one soon. Not necessarily to put on YouTube. I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that, but I just wanted to film it for myself, just to kind of be able to analyze it and see what actually happens, because most of the time during a panic attack I'm not really aware of everything that's going on. in the real world. My head is, I'm completely in my own mind at that time. So just out of curiosity, I want to see what it's like. So, I told my friend, if you see me having one, then just don't worry about me. Don't worry about getting me comfortable or anything. Just go get the camera and start filming, because I want to see what it's like. And so several times I've had panic attacks start to hit, and it's like, well, go get the camera. And it's like all of a sudden I'm kind of feeling like I'm having to have one, like I'm needing to perform instead of trying to not have one. Instead of trying to fight it, I'm trying to go ahead and induce one, and then it doesn't work. It's kind of like when you try and pay attention to walking too much, and then you start walking funny. And that's happened several times. In fact, once I was already getting to the point of really being dizzy and getting the room spins and was sure I was going to have one. And Ben had already set up the tripod on me and had the camera already filming. And then it just passed. It's like now that I'm sitting there actually trying to have one for, I guess, research purposes, now it doesn't work. And I don't know if that's a good trick to use or not, and I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm suggesting it to anyone or offering it as advice, but it has been working for me so far, even though that's not really what I had in mind anyway. But just kind of stumbled on that one. It is always the fighting the panic attack that seems to really kick it in. But I have been able to get myself convinced in my mind that I'm not afraid of having another panic attack. If I have one, I have one. And that has actually helped a lot. Well, I'm running up a whole bunch of video here just waiting for the bus, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and hopefully get a little bit more footage when I go into town. Okay, I think this is recording. Here we go. I'll go ahead and try and film me getting on the bus. Mission accomplished. Was a little tricky, I gotta admit. I was getting a little lightheaded in there, a little freaked out, but not too bad. It was just taking an awful long time. But, no, did pretty good. Figured I'd go ahead and take the scenic walk back to the bus station. Walk through the park. And off again home. done. Just got off the bus. A packed bus. Actually had to have somebody sit with me on this one. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, successful trip once again. Like I said, the bank was a little tricky, a little bit nervous in there, but next time won't be so bad. Here we are, home again. There's Ben.